Imagine I hand you $100 in cash. You fold it up, stick it in your wallet, and head to the mall. You find a pair of shoes for $100. Now let me ask you guys, would you hand me the same $100 if it was the last $100 in your wallet? Most people would hesitate. Now, the same exact shoes for the same exact price, but this time, and you're done. No hesitation, no pain, no second thoughts, and that's the problem. Because credit cards don't feel like money. They feel like points, rewards, cashback, and a problem for tomorrow. By the time your brain realizes what happens, you're staring at your statement wondering where $2,000 just vanished to. Today I want to talk about one of the biggest financial traps that nobody warns young people about. Not because credit cards are evil, but because they're so incredibly good at making spending feel fake. I remember getting my first credit card, and everybody tells you the same thing. Just use it responsibly and treat it like a debit card. Nobody explains what actually changes, because something does change. The first time you buy something with cash, you physically watch your money disappear. But when you swipe a card, nothing happens. Your bank account doesn't look different, your wallet doesn't get lighter, and your brain barely registers that anything happened. And that's dangerous, because humans aren't good at thinking at future consequences. We're amazing at thinking about what's happening in the moment. And right now, that PS5 looks nice, regardless of the price. That DoorDash order sounds amazing, and that Amazon package is only one click away. These companies also have direct credit cards that you can apply for that make them additional money and make you want to spend additional money with the companies. Here's how fast this spirals. Someone buys an $18 lunch, no big deal. $7 coffee, they're also charged for a subscription. They also just placed a $42 Amazon order, and then they had to get gas. Then at the end of the day, they got DoorDash for $30. Nothing feels expensive until 30 days later and your statement says about $1,800. And suddenly every purchase feels real at the exact same time. That's why people constantly say, I don't even know what I spent it on. Because individually, none of the purchases felt painful. Together, they're devastating. Let's talk about cash back. People love saying I got 2% back. Cool. You spent $2,000 and got $40. You didn't make money. You spent $2,000. Companies know exactly how your brain works. They don't advertise the interest rate. They advertise travel points, airport lounges, metal cards, exclusive memberships, because suddenly spending feels like winning. It's genius marketing, and honestly, it's working. I found a few real life examples of this. MarketWatch, after accumulating $35,000 in credit card debt, wondering whether bankruptcy had become the only option, the advice wasn't about funding another rewards card. It was about stopping the cycle before the interest became impossible to escape. This happens a lot because what people do is they'll get a 0% APR card, a bounce transfer, and just keep cycling debt. So they'll wipe all their credit cards with the 0% APR for, I think most offers are about 18 months, and instantly just start spending on that card that was just previously maxed out without paying the previous balances off. Loops continue and continue. Here's another story from Business Insider. It tells a single mother who ended up in $100,000 in debt after medical bills. She described the shame of hiding her situation until finally opening up to friends who helped her build a recovery plan. This is very realistic. A lot of credit card spending could also be medical or just dire need. Like if you're a single mom and you live by yourself, no one's supporting you, and you lose your job, your kids still have to eat. So you're going to put it on credit. It's not that you meant to spend the money, but you got to eat. You got to take care of people. People need to understand when debt goes unpaid long enough, the consequences can become even more serious. Debt collection lawsuits have been rising, often over balances under $4,000. Many cases end in default judgments simply because people don't respond, leading to wage garnishment or other legal consequences. That's the scary part. Nobody wakes up trying to ruin their financial future. It usually starts with the quote, I'll pay it next month. Which is kind of why I made this channel, because I wanted to raise awareness of these kind of things, because I wanted to be the voice that I had to listen to. There's a way to be responsible with credit cards, and there's other ways to be really irresponsible. We're going to continue covering things like financial tips, stuff that's going on, and just stuff that you guys want to comment for me to talk about. Back to the video. Add social media into this mess. Everybody has the newest car, newest shoes, newest gaming setups, newest phone. You're constantly comparing yourself to the people whose finances you know almost nothing about. Maybe it's financed, and maybe they're drowning in debt. Probably are. Maybe they're rich, but you have no clue. But your brain doesn't care. It just says, I kind of want that. Credit cards let you satisfy that feeling immediately, and future you gets the bill. Now imagine opening your banking app, heart racing, knowing that the statement is waiting and you know you can't pay it. You just don't know how bad it is, so you don't open it. Another week goes by. Interest builds. Minimum payment comes. You pay the minimum, it barely moves because of the interest rate. Next month, same thing. Eventually, you stop checking it altogether, and that's how debt becomes emotional because it's no longer numbers. It's anxiety, it's avoiding phone calls, it's losing sleep, it's fighting with your spouse. It's saying no to vacations, no to moving out, no opportunities. Because every paycheck already belongs to someone else. The most dangerous sentence in a personal finance isn't, I can't afford it. It's, I'll figure it out later. Because later always arrives with interest, usually around 25, 30%. Sometimes even higher APRs every month that you wait. You're paying into the privilege of waiting. Now, I don't think credit cards are evil. I use them. Millions of financially responsible people use them. Fraud protection, travel insurance, cash back, building credit. Those are all real benefits. The problem isn't the card. The problem is forgetting it's real money. If you're paying your statement in full every month, great. You are using the system as intended. If you are carrying a balance because of emergencies or spending beyond your means, the system's using you. That's the difference. Here's what helped me think differently before every purchase. If I had the cash for this right now, would I still buy it? If the answer is no, I probably don't need it. Another trick you guys could try is just waiting 24 hours. Most impulse purchases disappear overnight. Amazon will be there tomorrow, DoorDash will be there tomorrow. A new keyboard, headset, or maybe even a hoodie will still exist tomorrow. Impulse is expensive, and patience is surprisingly profitable. At the end of the day, credit cards don't destroy people's lives, people destroy their lives. While credit cards quietly make everything easier. The swipe is silent, the tap is instant, and the interest isn't. Money disappears when you need it, and it disappears when you forget you're spending it. So next time you pull out your credit card, remember, you are not buying it with plastic. You are buying it with hours of your life that you'll be spending to pay it back. And that's more valuable than a piece of metal in your wallet. If this video helps you guys think a little differently about credit cards and money, consider subscribing. According to YouTube statistics, only 0.5% of the people who are watching my content are subscribed. So if you're part of the 99.5%, consider subscribing. I make videos like this covering personal finance, psychology, and habits that help shape our lives quietly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.